Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Today's game is sponsored by NEL Analytical, located at 227 China Road in Winslow, Maine's largest laboratory services provider. NEL Analytical offers complete laboratory services including water, environmental testing, and analysis in chemistry and microbiology, as well as custom and standard media manufacturing services. Call NEL Analytical today for all of your testing needs at 873-7711.
A fourth-generation family-owned business, Hammond Lumber Company is proud of two recent continuing traditions. For the 5th year in a row, Hammond was named one of the best places to work in Maine. And for the 3rd consecutive year, Hammond was selected as one of the best companies to work for by Business New Hampshire magazine. Find your opportunity to join the Hammond team at hammondlumber.com. Hammond Lumber Company, always striving to provide the best for their employees and their customers throughout Maine and New Hampshire.
Redington Fairview General Hospital is an independent, critical access community hospital located in Skowhegan, Maine. Redington Fairview provides quality, comprehensive healthcare services including adult, geriatric, pediatric primary care, women's health, specialty care, surgical services, and rehabilitation services. We also provide diabetes education, community health education, wellness programs, and support groups. The hospital is located at 46 Fairview Avenue in Skowhegan, Maine. To learn more, call 207-474-5121 or visit online at rfgh.net. Looking for a career in the electrical trade? E.S. Boulos Company has a comprehensive package just waiting for you. 1-866-865-5758 for more information or scan the QR code below. Central Maine Motors Auto Group. Discover the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle with their extensive inventory and expert guidance. Call their dedicated and professional sales team at 207-358-4606 or visit cmautogroup.com. Chase Toys Inc., where sales and service are full throttle. Chase Toys Inc. is your one-stop shop for Toro zero-turn mowers. Large inventory of Toro zero-turn mowers are now in stock. Visit them at chasetoysinc.com. Like them on Facebook. Stop into their Thorndike Road location in Unity or call 948-5729.
Any commercial use, rebroadcast, retransmission, or distribution of the following presentation without the express written consent of Epic View Studios is strictly prohibited.
purpose-built, adventure-ready, freedom to go further. At Polaris, we have a history of making history. 40 years, and still redefining what's possible. This is the Sportsman 570 40th Anniversary Edition. Sportsman, legendary tough.
Chase Toys on the Thorndike Road in Unity, and call Josh or Brian today at 948-5729.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Today's game is sponsored by NEL Analytical, located at 227 China Road in Winslow, Maine's largest laboratory services provider. NEL Analytical offers complete laboratory services including water, environmental testing, and analysis in chemistry and microbiology, as well as custom and standard media manufacturing services. Call NEL Analytical today for all of your testing needs at 873-7711.
A fourth-generation family-owned business, Hammond Lumber Company is proud of two recent continuing traditions. For the fifth year in a row, Hammond was named one of the best places to work in Maine. And for the third consecutive year, Hammond was selected as one of the best companies to work for by Business New Hampshire magazine. Find your opportunity to join the Hammond team at hammondlumber.com. Hammond Lumber Company, always striving to provide the best for their employees and their customers throughout Maine and New Hampshire.
Redington Fairview General Hospital is an independent, critical access community hospital located in Skowhegan, Maine. Redington Fairview provides quality, comprehensive healthcare services including adult, geriatric, pediatric primary care, women's health, specialty care, surgical services, and rehabilitation services. We also provide diabetes education, community health education, wellness programs, and support groups. The hospital is located at 46 Fairview Avenue in Skowhegan, Maine. To learn more, call 207-474-5121 or visit online at rfgh.net. Looking for a career in the electrical trade? E.S. Boulos Company has a comprehensive package just waiting for you. 1-866-865-5758 for more information or scan the QR code below. Central Maine Motors Auto Group. Discover the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle with their extensive inventory and expert guidance. Call their dedicated and professional sales team at 207-358-4606 or visit cmautogroup.com. Chase Toys Inc., where sales and service are full throttle. Chase Toys Inc. is your one-stop shop for Toro zero-turn mowers. Large inventory of Toro zero-turn mowers are now in stock. Visit them at chasetoysinc.com. Like them on Facebook. Stop into their Thorndike Road location in Unity or call 948-5729.
Any commercial use, rebroadcast, retransmission, or distribution of the following presentation without the express written consent of Epic View Studios is strictly prohibited.
Purpose-built, adventure-ready, freedom to go further. At Polaris, we have a history of making history. 40 years, and still redefining what's possible. This is the Sportsman 570 40th Anniversary Edition. Sportsman, legendary tough.
Chase Toys on the Thorndike Road in Unity, and call Josh or Brian today at 948-5729.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Today's game is sponsored by NEL Analytical, located at 227 China Road in Winslow, Maine's largest laboratory services provider. NEL Analytical offers complete laboratory services including water, environmental testing, and analysis in chemistry and microbiology, as well as custom and standard media manufacturing services. Call NEL Analytical today for all of your testing needs at 873-7711.
A fourth-generation family-owned business, Hammond Lumber Company is proud of two recent continuing traditions. For the fifth year in a row, Hammond was named one of the best places to work in Maine. And for the third consecutive year, Hammond was selected as one of the best companies to work for by Business New Hampshire magazine. Find your opportunity to join the Hammond team at hammondlumber.com. Hammond Lumber Company, always striving to provide the best for their employees and their customers throughout Maine and New Hampshire.
Reddington Fairview General Hospital is an independent, critical access community hospital located in Skowhegan, Maine. Reddington Fairview provides quality, comprehensive healthcare services including adult, geriatric, pediatric primary care, women's health, specialty care, surgical services, and rehabilitation services. We also provide diabetes education, community health education, wellness programs, and support groups. The hospital is located at 46 Fairview Avenue in Skowhegan, Maine. To learn more, call 207-474-5121 or visit online at rfgh.net. Looking for a career in the electrical trade? E.S. Boulos Company has a comprehensive package just waiting for you. 1-866-865-5758 for more information or scan the QR code below. Central Maine Motors Auto Group. Discover the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle with their extensive inventory and expert guidance. Call their dedicated and professional sales team at 207-358-4606 or visit cmautogroup.com. Chase Toys Inc., where sales and service are full throttle. Chase Toys Inc. is your one-stop shop for Toro zero-turn mowers. Large inventory of Toro zero-turn mowers are now in stock. Visit them at chasetoysinc.com. Like them on Facebook. Stop into their Thorndike Road location in Unity or call 948-5729.
Any commercial use, rebroadcast, retransmission, or distribution of the following presentation without the express written consent of Epic View Studios is strictly prohibited.
Purpose-built, adventure-ready, freedom to go further. At Polaris, we have a history of making history. 40 years, and still redefining what's possible. This is the Sportsman 570 40th Anniversary Edition. Sportsman, legendary tough.
Chase Toys on the Thorndike Road in Unity, and call Josh or Brian today at 948-5729.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Today's game is sponsored by NEL Analytical, located at 227 China Road in Winslow, Maine's largest laboratory services provider. NEL Analytical offers complete laboratory services including water, environmental testing, and analysis in chemistry and microbiology, as well as custom and standard media manufacturing services. Call NEL Analytical today for all of your testing needs at 873-7711.
A fourth-generation family-owned business, Hammond Lumber Company is proud of two recent continuing traditions. For the fifth year in a row, Hammond was named one of the best places to work in Maine. And for the third consecutive year, Hammond was selected as one of the best companies to work for by Business New Hampshire magazine. Find your opportunity to join the Hammond team at hammondlumber.com. Hammond Lumber Company, always striving to provide the best for their employees and their customers throughout Maine and New Hampshire.
Redington Fairview General Hospital is an independent, critical access community hospital located in Skowhegan, Maine. Redington Fairview provides quality, comprehensive healthcare services including adult, geriatric, pediatric primary care, women's health, specialty care, surgical services, and rehabilitation services. We also provide diabetes education, community health education, wellness programs, and support groups. The hospital is located at 46 Fairview Avenue in Skowhegan, Maine. To learn more, call 207-474-5121 or visit online at rfgh.net. Looking for a career in the electrical trade? E.S. Boulos Company has a comprehensive package just waiting for you. 1-866-865-5758 for more information or scan the QR code below. Central Maine Motors Auto Group. Discover the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle with their extensive inventory and expert guidance. Call their dedicated and professional sales team at 207-358-4606 or visit cmautogroup.com. Chase Toys Inc., where sales and service are full throttle. Chase Toys Inc. is your one-stop shop for Toro zero-turn mowers. Large inventory of Toro zero-turn mowers are now in stock. Visit them at chasetoysinc.com. Like them on Facebook. Stop into their Thorndike Road location in Unity or call 948-5729.
Good afternoon, high school baseball fans, and welcome to Epic View Sports Network presentation of playoff high school baseball. We are at Keyes Field, Pete Cooper Stadium, Rick Dougal, Gage Johnson, and it's a rematch of a game that we did earlier this year, Gardiner against Lawrence. Gardiner comes in as the 10 seed, 6-10 on the season. Lawrence, the home team, the 7 seed, they are 11-5 on the season. Our game today is brought to you by Chase Tours on the Thorndike Road in Unity, Dirigo Veterinary Care, 14 Commons Drive in Waterville, Hammond Lumber Company online at hammondlumber.com. E.S. Boulos, experienced electrical and telecommunications contractors. Visit esboulos.com. Reddington Fairview Hospital, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Northeast Analytical, China Road in Winslow, and Two Rivers Campground, Canaan Road in Skowhegan. Starting lineups brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company with 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire and online at hammondlumber.com. Head coach Charlie Lawrence has his Gardiner Tigers leading off. Ryan Harborough playing shortstop. Grayson Greenleaf bats second. Joe Goris bats third. Isaac Medor cleans it up, and he is the catcher. Peter Gove is at second base batting fifth. Liam Verhill is the right fielder batting sixth. Quinn Kuhn is the center fielder batting seventh. Jack Collins is the third baseman batting eighth. And batting ninth, Teddy Block, the left fielder. Defensively for the Bulldogs, left to right in the outfield, Cale Bolster is in left. Center fielder Caleb Giro and the right fielder Hayden Lockhart. In the infield, third baseman Trevor Pellerin. Shortstop is Nolan Owens. Second baseman is Anthony Almeida. At first base, Jack Pelletier, the catcher, Keenan McLean, and on the mound, the ace, Dawson Moore. Lawrence comes in, having lost 2 of 3. They had a 6-game winning streak during the regular season, and were beaten down the stretch by Coney and Nokomis. Wrapped around, his first pitch is a strike. Wrapped around a win over Mount View. Strike 2, inside corner. Moore, as he did in that no-hitter game that we broadcast earlier this year, pounding the strike zone early. Here comes the 0-2. Curveball bounced up the middle. Owens, bad hop, and he's not going to get it. It's going to be an E6. As Harborough leads off with a hit. That's going to bring up Grayson Greenleaf, the pitcher today. Moore working from the stretch exclusively. Curveball stays high. Ball 1. Pretty good lead at first for Harborough. There he goes. Throw down by McLean is... Got him! Keenan McLean guns out the would-be stealer. And there's one down here in the first. Here's the Go back here. Instant replay. McLean with a seed to the shortstop covering. There's a line drive base hit. So we get the no-hitter situation out of the way early here. As Greenleaf lines a single. That's going to bring up Joe Goris. Strike on the outside corner. Isaac Medora, the catcher, waits on deck. Another strike. Dawson Moore hitting the corners and throwing a pretty good clip right here. Good lead at first by Greenleaf. Here comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. Second out of the inning. So Dawson Moore has, when he began the game, 5 strikeouts to get to 100 for his career. So 4 more left for the big right-hander. Two down. Here's Medora, the catcher. There's another strike. Of course, the age-old question coming into this game, do you throw your ace in a game in a 7-10 matchup and a team you've beaten twice? Ground ball right back to Moore, and he'll shovels to first for the out. 1 hit, 1 runner left. No score as the Bulldogs come up in the bottom of the first. Starting lineups brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company with 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire and online at hammondlumber.com. The Bulldogs will have Trevor Pellerin leading it off. Jack Pelletier bats second. Hayden Lockhart bats third. Dawson Moore cleans it up at batting fourth. Anthony Almeida bats fifth. Nolan Owens sixth. Keenan McLean bats seventh. Cale Bolster bats eighth. And Caleb Giro bats ninth for the Bulldogs. Defensively, for Gardiner, left to right in the outfield, they'll have Teddy Block in left, center fielder Quinn Kuhn, and the right fielder is Liam Verhill. In the infield, third baseman Jack Collins, shortstop is Ryan Harborough, the second baseman Peter Gove, at first base Joe Goris, catcher is Isaac Medora, and on the mound Grayson Greenleaf. right-hander for Gardiner. Tried to look back and see if I had the my book, my score sheet from last time. I couldn't find it. But coming into today, Gardiner started the season, by the way, 0-4. So they were 6-6 down the stretch. They had some. They didn't really have any big signature wins. I guess the best win they had was Belfast, the 8 seed they beat. They beat some teams over in Class B South as well, but lower seeds, Erskine, and that didn't make the playoffs, as well as Lincoln Academy. But they played Lawrence twice, lost here 13-7 early in the season, and then down in Gardiner, it was a close game, 4-3. The Bulldogs were able to get the victory. Our instant replays are brought to you by Dirigo Vet Care, intimate caring and cutting-edge facilities for all your pet care needs. Dirigo Vet Care, 14 Commons Drive in Waterville, right next door to Starbucks, or online at dirigovet.com. Epic View Studios has sponsorship space available for this broadcast. If you're looking to attract more customers, hire employees, or create awareness for your business, we can help. There are thousands of viewers just like you who watch sports here on Epic View Studios. Get your ad on TV. Call Brian, 207-631-8870, or email Brian at epicviewstudios.com. Reddington Fairview General Hospital is a local independent critical access hospital providing quality comprehensive health care services, located at 46 Fairview Avenue in Skowhegan. Learn more at rfgh.net. Pellerin to lead it off for the Bulldogs. In that 13-7 win, I do remember broadcasting that game. Curveball and the dirt ball one. The Bulldogs had I want to say they had a 10-run 5th or 6th inning. I can't remember, but I know it was a close game, and then they blew it open. Then Gardiner got some runs down the stretch to make it 13-7. There's a strike. I don't know what happened in the game at Gardiner. Strike on the outside corner. 1-2. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Curveball. Got him way out on his front foot. And first out of the inning is a strikeout. Here's Pelletier, the first baseman. Good Uncle Charles there from Greenleaf. Ball outside. Interesting. Greenleaf working from the windup. A lot of pitchers today work exclusively from the stretch, as Dawson Moore showed you in the top half of the first inning. Comes the 1-0. Little chopper down to third baseline. Third baseman bare hands, throws across the diamond. Can't get it. Pelletier. A good stretch over there by Joe Goris, but not able to come up with it. And Pelletier has an infield single. It's going to bring up Hayden Lockhart, the right fielder. What I was saying in that top of the inning, before we got to the end of the top of the inning, there's a strike. The question as a head coach when you come into these games, do you throw your ace? Because the winner of this game goes to Coney to play very good Coney Ram team. And there goes Pelletier. Line drive right at the shortstop, and Pelletier is going to get hung up and get doubled off. Lockhart hit a liner, but right to Yarbrough made a nice adjustment. One hit, nobody left on base at the end of one, no score.
Any commercial use, rebroadcast, retransmission, or distribution of the following presentation without the express written consent of Epic View Studios is strictly prohibited.
Purpose-built, adventure-ready, freedom to go further. At Polaris, we have a history of making history. 40 years and still redefining what's possible. This is the Sportsman 570 40th Anniversary Edition. Sportsman, legendary tough.
Chase Toys on the Thorndike Road in Unity, and call Josh or Brian today at 948-5729.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Welcome back to Kai's Field. Rick Dougal, Gage Johnson in the Chase Toys Inc. Broadcast Center. 4-5-6 here to face Dawson Moore, Peter Gove, Liam Verhill, and Quinn Kuhn. First pitch is a strike. Comes the 0-1. Outside. Dawson Moore working pretty quickly out there. Top of the second. Prelim action here, Class B North. Winner goes to Coney. Take on the number 2 Rams in the dirt. Good stop by Keenan McLean. Ball outside, 3-1. In the dirt. Gove on with the leadoff walk. Dawson Moore sporting the blonde hair today. I see several of the Lawrence players look like they dyed their hair blonde. Must have lost a bet or something. Probably all the seniors, as graduation is Thursday for Lawrence. So graduation is Thursday, and the girls play on Thursday. They must play early, Gage. Oh, they're playing Wednesday. Okay, I saw in the thing it said the 11th, but that's good. There's a strike. Lawrence softball team will be going up to Old Town to take on the I don't know what they call Old Town. They used to call them the I word, but swing and a miss. Tough curveball on the outside edge. Second strikeout of the game for Dawson Moore. Is Quinn Kuhn the center fielder? Gove. It's a strike. Not a very big lead over there. See if Gardiner wants to test out Mr. McLean's arm again. Down and away, 1-1. In the second inning here, no score. Down and away, ball 2. 2-1. Plus the College World Series is set now. A couple of upsets in there. Troy, the team is unranked. It's fouled out of play. West Virginia, I don't believe they're ranked. They're in there. They were part of the super regional that knocked out number 1 ranked UCLA. Good night, son. Curveball dropped off the table. Strikeout number 3. Here's Jack Collins, the third baseman. Just missed down and away. Two down, runner on at first. Strike, outside corner. Boy, Dawson Moore's been living on that outside corner. Quick throw, diving back in, just getting in safely is Gove. Teddy Block, the number 9 hitter, waits on deck for the Tigers. Another strike. 1 and 2, and this is something that Dawson Moore, when he's on, he is always working ahead of the hitters. Here comes the 1-2. Strike 3 called. Strikes out the side. He's 1 away from 100. 4 Ks in the game. They got one runner left on base. And we go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bulldogs will have 5, 6, 7. No, I'm sorry, 4, 5, 6. Dawson Moore, Anthony Almeida, and Nolan Owens. Discover your next outdoor getaway at Two Rivers Campground, located along the scenic Kennebec River and Wessarunset Stream in Skowhegan. Adventure, relaxation, and great memories await. Start your journey at Two Rivers Campground. Visit them online or call 474-6482. Central Maine Motors Auto Group, discover the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle with their extensive inventory and expert guidance. Call their dedicated and professional sales team at 207-358-4606 or visit cmautogroup.com. Going to be a hot one out there for the catchers today with all the equipment on, and about 90 degrees when I pulled into the parking lot. No score, bottom of the second. Class B North prelim action. Lawrence and Gardiner. Outside, Greenleaf, second inning of work. Got a double play line out to get out of the last inning. Oh, I guess that first one was a strike. So it's 0-2 to Dawson Moore. Fouled off to the right, not a play. Tried to sneak a little curveball by him. Moore is able to foul it off. Anthony Almeida waits on deck for the Bulldogs. Popped up. Greenleaf comes in and makes the play. Here's Almeida. Looking at the bracket here in Class B, other prelim games they have over in the south. Number 8 Greeley goes. I'm sorry, number 9 Yarmouth will travel to number 8 Greeley. There's a strike. And in the north, number 9 Coney gets to go to Nokomis. Now, Coney, how happy Coney is about this. They were. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at softball. Wait a minute. Gonna go over to baseball. Foul to the right, not a play. So in the south, number 9 Wells will travel to number 8 York. These are games today. And John Babst is going to Belfast in the north. Also in the south, number 10 Freeport takes on number 7 Morse. There's a ball outside. And you have your 7-10 matchup here. Also number 11 Poland. So they go 12 deep over in Class B South. Strike 3 looking. Outside corner. You got to be protecting on that situation. Number 12 Mountain Valley travels to Lake Region. Number 5 and number 11 Poland travels to Yarmouth. The winner of the Belfast John Baps game on the north gets to go play number 1 Ellsworth. As I said, this one, you've got the winner of this game goes to Coney. Here's Nolan Owens, the shortstop. And you got Old Town going to Herman, number 5 versus 4. And outside corner, strike 2. Nokomis takes a ride over to the island to take on MDI, number 6 Nokomis. There's a line drive into left field. It's going to get down for a hit. Owens with a 2-out single. And that's going to bring up the catcher, Keenan McLean. Over in the south, number 1 Freiburg awaits the winner of, of the 8-9 matchup between York and Wells. Then you got number 4 Cape takes on the winner of the 12-5 matchup, Lake Region. And no, I'm sorry. They will. No, I'll get back to it here in a minute. Bolster swing and a miss. So I think Levitt is number 2. They will take on the 7-10 winner, Morrison Freeport. 6-11 matchup. Greeley will take on the winner of Yarmouth and Poland. Time here. Comes the 0-1. Throw down, not in time. Oh no, he got out. He overslid the base, did Ames, and they tag him out. So that's a caught stealing on Nolan Ames in the 3rd out of the inning. 1 hit and nobody left on base at the end of two complete, no score.
Today's game is sponsored by NEL Analytical, located at 227 China Road in Winslow, Maine's largest laboratory services provider. NEL Analytical offers complete laboratory services including water, environmental testing, and analysis in chemistry and microbiology, as well as custom and standard media manufacturing services. Call NEL Analytical today for all of your testing needs at 873-7711.
A 4th-generation family-owned business, Hammond Lumber Company is proud of 2 recent continuing traditions. For the 5th year in a row, Hammond was named one of the best places to work in Maine. And for the 3rd consecutive year, Hammond was selected as one of the best companies to work for by Business New Hampshire magazine. Find your opportunity to join the Hammond team at hammondlumber.com. Hammond Lumber Company, always striving to provide the best for their employees and their customers throughout Maine and New Hampshire.
Welcome back to Kai's Field. Rick Dougal, Gage Johnson in the Chase Toys Inc. Broadcast Center. Teddy Block will lead it off for Gardiner, the number 9 hitter. Then we'll go back to the top of the order, Ryan Harborough and Grayson Greenleaf. Little flare to the right side. Almeida stays down and throws him out. Here's Harborough. Harborough, he reached on an error in the 1st inning and then was caught stealing by Keenan McLean. Top of the 3rd, no score. Class B North prelim, number 7 Lawrence, number 10 Gardiner. 3rd time they faced each other, if you're just joining us. Lawrence got a win 13-7 at home and then beat Gardiner down in Gardiner 4-3. There's a strike, 1-1. Dawson Moore with 4 strikeouts through the first 2 innings, closing in on 100 for his career. Ball is hit to center. Giro camps under it and makes the play. That's going to bring up Greenleaf, who had a line drive single in the first inning. Swings through gets a piece of it, but good fastball up and away. 0-1. Yeah, what's today? The 9th? So tomorrow will be it'll be 44 years ago that I graduated. Tomorrow. How exciting is that, Gage? Almost double his age. That's nice. Pop fouling out of play. Yeah, I'm old. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Can't stop Father Time. He's undefeated. Moore comes to the stretch. Got him looking. That's the 5th strikeout, and that is 100 for his career. 5 through the first 3 innings. Been a stellar pitching career. Dawson Moore, he wasn't the ace last year. Last year, the Lawrence had a whole lot more pitching. Had a lot of arms last couple of years. So he didn't get as many starts, but he was the ace this year, and he has had some big games, including the no-hitter that we broadcast back earlier this season. So Dawson Moore gets his 100th career strikeout, and it's of the looking version. He's had 3 of his 5 strikeouts have been caught looking by this Gardiner Tiger team. Bulldogs will have 7, 8, 9 here to face Greenleaf, who has been cruising pretty good here. He's given up a couple hits, but has 2 strikeouts through the first 2 innings. Keenan McLean, Cale Bolster, and Caleb Giro will be the hitters for Lawrence. McLean was at bat when Nolan Owens was caught stealing. Bottom of the 3rd. The winner goes on to face Coney on, I think it's Thursday, but graduation's on Thursday. These seniors can't be too excited about playing baseball when they've got senior night and they've got class night and so many things going on when you're towards the end of your high school career. Yeah, I didn't play baseball my senior year. I just didn't. I worked instead, which the hell, you're gonna work your whole life. It's real smart to work your senior year of high school. Ball down low to McLean. Fakes the bunt, pulls it back, but it is a strike. 1-1 on the Lawrence catcher. Ball up high. Good hitters count here, 2-1. Lawrence has gone through some stretches this year where they haven't scored runs, and then all of a sudden they'll get 8 or 10. Inside, 3-1. Walked him. Leadoff walk for McLean. Here's Bolster. Bolster's got power. Remember last year, his freshman year, hitting a grand slam over in Waterville against the Panthers. Greenleaf takes a look over at the runner, comes to the stretch. Here comes. Line drive, base hit. Into the hole between short and third. And the Bulldogs have something going here. First and second, nobody out. Caleb Giro, the center fielder, will hit. And we're back to the top of the order. Coach Pelletier has a few words for his center fielder. Wouldn't be surprised if he's got some kind of a bunt going here or a hit and run with the top of the order coming up. Medora, the catcher, wants to have a few words with his pitcher. Greenleaf comes to the set. Kicks and deals. There's a strike. Big lead over at first by Bolster, but due to the first baseman coming in on the bunt. Lawrence has been known to pull off a double steal at times as well. Here comes the 0-1. Greenleaf steps off, forces the runner back. A warm day here as a bunt, and it's foul. So 2 strikes now on the hitter. Got to get those bunts down. So important. Nice breeze coming in here occasionally, but not enough. Need more breeze. First and second, nobody out here in the third. Here comes the 0-2. Ball up around his eyeballs, and Caleb Giro helps out Mr. Greenleaf, but he fouls it off. Here comes the 1-2. He steps off. Every time I say, here comes, he steps off. And the hitter calls time this time. Greenleaf very concerned about the runner at second. Doesn't want him to get too big of a jump. That was close to a balk. Here comes the 0-2. Ground ball back to the pitcher. It hits off his glove. Turns and throws and gets him. Nice job by Greenleaf to stay with it. It was a one hopper. It took his glove off. Here's the Dirigo Vec here, instant replay. And Greenleaf was able to hustle over and make the play. But what the Bulldogs wanted was the runners to move up, and Giro gets the job done on that. In the dirt to Trevor Pellerin. He struck out his first time up. Jack Pelletier waits on deck for the Bulldogs. Uh-oh. Trevor Pellerin missed the bunt sign there. Looked like they had the suicide squeeze on, and McLean was digging. The only good thing was third baseman for Gardiner, Jack Collins, was digging as well, and McLean was able to get back to third. Slapped foul and out of play. Coach Pelletier not happy about that sign miss by Pellerin. 1-2 the count. Greenleaf comes to the set. Kicks and deals. In the dirt, it gets by. And McLean comes in to score. No RBI on that. Pellerin breathes a huge sigh of relief as he doesn't leave the runner out there. Greenleaf comes to the set. Kicks and deals. Strike 3 looking. Gotta protect. Third strikeout of the game. I'm sorry. One was swinging. Here's Pelletier. He had a single and was doubled off in the first inning on a line drive by Hayden Lockhart. Big swing and a miss by the big right-hander. Bulldogs have scratched out a run here. Lead at 1-0. Here comes the 0-1. Popped up. Foul and out of play. A 1-2 count as Hayden Lockhart waits on deck for the Bulldogs. They had runners at first and second with nobody out to start the inning. Able to scratch out a run here. Slow roller is going to go foul. Gardiner would be happy to just allow one run here. If they can get out of this very cheap. 2 down, bottom of the third. 0-2 count to Jack Pelletier, the number 2 hitter for the Bulldogs. In the dirt, he lays off it. Ooh, he wanted that one. Uncle Charlie a little short for Greenleaf on that one. It's 2-2. 1-2, I'm sorry. Ball up high. Two and two the count to Jack Pelletier. In the dirt, good stop. Medor, nice job of getting over and corralling that. Saved another run. Count goes to 3-2 on Pelletier. He's worked his way all the way back from 0-2. Ball is popped up. Coming in, and making the play is the left fielder. A diving play in left. Here's the Dirigo Vecchia instant replay. And Teddy Block makes a nice catch to save a run. He had a long run to go for that one, but he ends up making the play to end the inning. With the Bulldogs scratch out a run and lead it 1-0 after 3. Back after this.
Reddington Fairview General Hospital is an independent, critical access community hospital located in Skowhegan, Maine. Reddington Fairview provides quality, comprehensive healthcare services including adult, geriatric, pediatric primary care, women's health, specialty care, surgical services, and rehabilitation services. We also provide diabetes education, community health education, wellness programs, and support groups. The hospital is located at 46 Fairview Avenue in Skowhegan, Maine. To learn more, call 207-474-5121 or visit online at rfgh.net.
Welcome back, Kai's Field. Rick Dougal, Gage Johnson in the Chase Toys Inc. Broadcast Center. 1-0 Bulldogs as we go to the top of the fourth. Dawson Moore throwing strikes. He's got 5 through the first 3 innings. Joe Goris struck out his first time up. Big swing and a miss. It's Goris Medor and Peter Gove to face Dawson Moore. Curveball, he got him. Oh, that was a pretty one. 6th strikeout for Dawson Moore. His 101st. Here is Medor, who grounded back to the pitcher his first time up. Moore gets the sign. Comes with the 1-0. Hit to the right side, and Almeida's in perfect position to make the play. Two down. It's going to be up to Peter Gove. He walked and was stranded back in the second inning. He walked to lead off the inning, and then Dawson Moore struck out the side. Outside ball 1. Line to the right side and going to get down for a hit. Gove gets on for the second time. This time with 2 outs, that brings up Verhill. He struck out his first time up. 1-0 Bulldogs here, top of the 4th. There's a strike. Pretty good lead at first by Gove. Curveball had him ducking out of the way, but it's inside and high, 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good fastball right by him. 1-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He got him. 2 more Ks. 7 for the game for Dawson Moore. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 1-0 Bulldogs. Today's game brought to you by Chase Toys on the Thorndike Road in Unity. Derigo Vet Care. 14 Commons Drive in Waterville. Hammond Lumber Company online at hammondlumber.com. E.S. Bulos, experienced electrical and telecommunications contractors. Visit esbulos.com. Reddington Fairview Hospital, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Northeast Analytical China Road in Winslow, and Two Rivers Campground, Canaan Road in Skowhegan. Bulldogs will have 3-4-5 to face Grayson Greenleaf, Lockhart, Moore, and Almeida. Bulldogs have had base runners and hits in every inning, finally able to scratch out a run last inning with a wild pitch. So this is our final broadcast, right, Gage? Yeah. Regardless, this will be our final broadcast of the year. Well, unless if Lawrence wins the girls, and some of the top seeds get upset, they could have a home game. Never know. Never know. In the dirt, Lockhart lined into a double play in the first inning. Jack Pelletier was on base. He took off to steal. Lockhart hit a seed right at the shortstop, and shortstop was able to This ball's hit down the line. If it stays fair, it's trouble. And it's foul. Harborough made a nice play adjusting. He was going over to cover the base for the steal, and the ball kind of came to him, but it went away, went to his right, and he was able to make a nice adjustment, make the catch, and then easily throw out Pelletier at first. In the dirt. 2-1. Barely any wind here. Outfield pretty much straight up for Lockhart. Down low. Three and one, the count. Walked him. That's how it happened last inning. A leadoff walk. Here's Dawson Moore. He popped up to the pitcher his first time up. Runner goes. Throw down is not in time. Taking off a third is Lockhart. He'll get in there easily. So that's a stolen base and then an E2 moving up to third on the error is Lockhart. Popped up. Second baseman comes in, calls for it, and makes it. Here's Almeida. He was caught looking on a called third strike back in the second inning. One down, runner on at third. Little nubber off the plate, goes foul. Nolan Owens waits on deck for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs were able to scratch out a run last inning when they got the first two runners on, then a ground out by Giro moved the runners up to second and third. Ball inside. And then McLean was able to score on a wild pitch for the only run of the game so far. Down low, 1-1. One down here, runner on at third. Line drive into left field, base hit. And it gets by the left fielder. Almeida takes the turn, and he's going to try for two, and he is going to be out. Didn't really get a good jump out of the box. Probably should have just hung at first. But the run scores. It is an RBI. And there's two outs. Here's Owens, who singled his first time up. Popped up. Second baseman calls and makes the play. Bulldogs get a run on an RBI single by Anthony Almeida at the end of 4, 2-0 Lawrence. Welcome back to Kai's Field. Rick Dougal, Gage Johnson. 2-0 Bulldogs. Line drive into the gap. If that gets down, that's going to be trouble. But Giro hustles over and makes the play. Caleb Giro had a beat on that one right from the jump. Here's the Dirigo Vec here. It's a replay. That was hit hard by Kuhn. But it's just allowed out. Collins, block, and then back to the top of the order here in the 5th. And a quick moving game here. Lawrence leading at 2-0. A run in the 3rd and a run in the 4th. Here comes the 0-1. Curveball stays up high. Collins struck out looking his first time up. Teddy Block, the left fielder, waits on deck. Ball in the dirt, 2-1. In the dirt again, 3-1. This has been throughout the game here. Dawson Moore has lost a little concentration or whatever the case is. He'll have like a 5-pitch walk or something, then he comes right back. And it's in the dirt. Walked him. It's going to bring up Block. He grounded out to Almeida his first time up. One down here in the top of the 5th. Class B North prelim. Lawrence, number 7, taking on Gardiner, number 10. Moore takes a look over at the runner, comes to the plate. Hit him. So a little one-out rally here for Gardner as they get the tying run to first base. And here's Yarbrough. He reached on an error in the first inning and then flew out to the center fielder in the 3rd. 0 for 2 on the day for Yarbrough. McLean trying to tell Giro he needs to move over a little bit, and he does. Ball down and in. Little control problems here for Dawson Moore after he's cruised through the first 4 innings. There's a strike. 7 strikeouts for Moore through the first 4 innings. Yarbrough calls time. Looks like he got something in his eye. It's possibly the final broadcast of the spring sports season for Epic View Sports Network. Curveball stays high. 2-1. Depending on what happens with the girls softball team, they're the number 5 seed going to Old Town this week. There's a ball down and in. 3-1. To the shortstop of the Tigers, the leadoff hitter. Ground ball to second. Almeida flips for 1. They go to first. They don't turn it, but they do get the lead runner. Well, not the lead runner, but they get the runner at second. So that's a fielder's choice. And Block is the second out. That's going to bring up Greenleaf. He is singled in the first and struck out in the 3rd. First and 3rd, 2 outs here for Gardiner. They trail 2-0. There's a strike. Dawson Moore has had a ton of success today when he's been working ahead of the hitters. Here comes the 0-1. Line drive, base hit into left field. A big 2-out RBI single for Grayson Greenleaf to get Gardiner on the board to make it 2-1. Saw the Dirigo Vet Care instant replay. Tying run on at second now for Joe Goros. He struck out twice against Dawson Moore. Yeah, it was a fastball out over the middle of the plate, and Greenleaf did not miss it. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Up high, ball one. Now let's not forget that the wildness of Dawson Moore is what cost him a run here, as he walked the leadoff hitter and then hit the second hitter. Ground ball to the right side, and Pelletier going to take it himself. The order: Keenan McLean, Cale Bolster, and Caleb Giro to face Greenleaf, the pitcher. Greenleaf, even though he's trailing, he's had a nice outing here. Really kept Gardiner in this game. He's only given up 4 hits in the game. He didn't help himself out with a wild pitch back in the third that scored a run, and then an error by the catcher on a throw down to second when Hayden Lockhart tried to steal, put him at third, which also, so both runs are unearned in the game for Gardiner, or for Lawrence, I should say. McLean walked and scored on that wild pitch that we talked about. He'll be the first hitter here. Bulldogs looking to advance to the quarterfinal round to take on Coney, the number 2 seed, team that they've had trouble with this year, quite frankly. Coney's got some hitters. By the way, if you got a long drive ahead of you and you want to listen to a couple of clowns that best friends like to bust each other's chops, you can always go to Thoughts from the Porch, where myself and my best friend Larry Workman, who does the games with me in football and basketball, we talk all things sports, and sometimes we mix in stuff that's not sports. First pitch is the ball. 2 weeks ago, we did our Mount Rushmore of music. And this past week, went back to numbers, did our 76 through 99. There was some good ones in there. Thoughts from the Porch. Go to Spotify and just type in Thoughts from the Porch and subscribe. As a strike. 2-1 the count to McLean. Popped up to the right side, and coming in the right fielder, and makes the play. Called off the second baseman. Nice job there by Verhill, calling off Gove. A lot easier play coming in than it is going out. One down to Bolster. He had a line drive single back in the third inning. Ball in the dirt. Coach Charlie Lawrence cannot be disappointed in this outing by Grayson Greenleaf. There's a ball high, 2-0. Whoa, way up high. 3-0. Caleb Giro, the center fielder, waits on deck. Bulldogs lead it 2-1 in the fifth. There's a strike. Bolster taken all the way. Oh, big swing and a miss. Bolster was looking to put one on the house just beyond the left field stands, or left field fence, I should say. 3-2 the count. Here it comes. Popped up. Oh, Isaac Medor had a beat on it. Looked over, saw his pitcher there, and said, "Oh, you got it." And it dropped right in between them. Miscommunication there between the battery mates. Well, Bolster has new life with a 3-2 count. He could really add insult to injury if he ends up blasting one over the left field fence. He turned on that one. He got a piece of that one and almost hit a car going by down the left field line. If he'd have sat back a little bit more, that would have been into the cheap seats and left. Greenleaf be smart to throw some off speed here. Fouled to the right, not a play. Bolster hangs tough. Full count to Bolster. One out here in the fifth. Bulldogs lead it 2-1. Strike three looking. Tough pitch on the outside corner. 2 down to Caleb Brown. He grounded into his fielder's choice his first time up. 0 for 1 on the day. Greenleaf peers in, gets the sign, kicks and deals. Ball up high. There's literally barely any wind. It's actually blowing in a little bit from right. Outfield is pretty much straight up for Giro. Line drive into left field. Is going to hang up. Oh, no, it gets by Gove. And what it looked like, is it Gove? The left fielder? No, I'm sorry, Teddy Block. He's already made a diving catch out there. He couldn't hang on to this one, but that's a base hit. That ball was smoked. 2-out hit for Giro. It brings Trevor Pellerin, the leadoff man, back. He is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Thought about bunting. The throw down is in time. A seed from Isaac Medor throws out the runner, and we go to the top of the 6th, 2-1 Bulldogs.
Looking for a career in the electrical trade? E.S. Boulos Company has a comprehensive package just waiting for you. 1-866-865-5758 for more information, or scan the QR code below. Central Maine Motors Auto Group. Discover the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle with their extensive inventory and expert guidance. Call their dedicated and professional sales team at 207-358-4606 or visit cmautogroup.com.
Welcome back to Kai's Field. Rick Dougal, Gage Johnson in the Chase Toys Inc. broadcast booth. Gardiner will have Isaac Medor, Peter Gove, and Liam Verhill to face Dawson Moore. Medor 0 for 2 on the day. Grounded to the pitcher and popped up to the second baseman. 2-0 the count. Strike, outside corner. He has been living on that outside corner today. 2-1 to the catcher, the cleanup hitter for the Tigers. Outside, ball 3. We're in the top of the 6th. Lawrence scored a run in the 3rd, run in the 4th to make it 2-0. Then Gardiner answered back with a run in the 5th to make it 2-1. Ball 4. Tying run. Leadoff man is on for the Tigers. Gove will be the hitter. He's 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. See if Coach Charlie Lawrence has something going here. Quick throw, diving back in safely is Mador. 3 hits on the day for Gardiner. 1 run. The run was unearned. Swing and a miss. Actually, I think the run was earned. I'm sorry, because that run reached on a walk. Line drive right back at Dawson Moore. It hits off his glove and it rolls by Almeida. Almeida had to get out of the way of the runner, so he couldn't make the play to try to throw out the guy the runner at first, the hitter, I should say. And the umpire is going to have a little discussion here. I don't know if it was interference on the runner going from first to second, but he was in the baseline, I thought. Coach Pelletier asking, and he's out. Well, basically, they're saying that Mador did not allow the fielder to make a play, and that means it's interference. So the umpire coming in to tell head coach Charlie Lawrence what happened. And I don't think Coach Lawrence likes the call. It's tell by his animated hand movements. He's still barking at the umpire. So that's a big out as it takes the lead runner off the bases. So that's going to be a base hit. Ground ball. The third, the throw. They get him. Bobbled a little bit by Pellerin, but he's able to make the throw. Moving up to second base is Gove and into scoring position with the tying run. But now 2 outs. Here's Kyun. He is struck out looking back in the 2nd and then flew out to Giro in center field back in the 4th. Curveball. Strike. Or the 5th, I should say. Made a nice running catch, did Giro, on that ball that was laced into the gap. Strike 2, outside corner. Dawson Moore trying to finish off this inning on his own. Gets the sign, comes to the stretch, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, a ball up in his eyeballs, and Kuhn really helped him out. The 8th strikeout of the game for Dawson Moore, and they leave the tying run at second. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Bulldogs looking for some insurance, leading 2-1. Lawrence will have top of the lineup here. Pellerin, Pelletier, and Lockhart, as Caleb Giro was thrown out trying to steal in that bottom of the 5th. Arista Replays is brought to you by Dirigo Vet Care, intimate caring, cutting edge facilities for all your pet care needs. Dirigo Vet Care, 14 Commons Drive in Waterville, right next door to Starbucks, or online at dirigovet.com. Reddington Fairview General Hospital is a local, independent critical access hospital providing quality, comprehensive healthcare services located at 46 Fairview Avenue in Skowhegan. Learn more at rfgh.net. Discover your next outdoor getaway at Two Rivers Campground, located along the scenic Kennebec River and Wessarunset stream in Skowhegan. Adventure, relaxation, and great memories await. Start your journey at Two Rivers Campground. Visit them online or call 474-6482. And Central Maine Motors Auto Group, discover the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle with their extensive inventory and expert guidance. Call their dedicated and professional sales team at 207-358-4606 or visit cmautogroup.com. Pellerin, 0 for 2 on the day, 2 strikeouts. Will lead it off. Greenleaf has pitched a heck of a ball game for Gardiner. He's given up a hit, and he's had base runners in every inning, but only given up 2 runs. Ball down low. Line drive right side, going to get foul. Best swing that Pellerin has put on a ball today. 1-1 the count to the senior. Ball up high. Bulldogs would love to scratch out a run here to get a little insurance going into the 7th inning. Strike 2, outside corner. In the dirt. Count goes full, 3-2. Jack Pelletier waits on deck for the Bulldogs. Greenleaf peers in, gets the sign, kicks and deals. Ground ball to third. Stumbling out of the box was Pellerin, so an easy play for the third baseman to make the out. 1 down. Pelletier is 1 for 2 on the day. He singled in the first, and he hit a pop-up in the 3rd inning that the left fielder Block made a beautiful catch on. He's our leader in the clubhouse on the play of the game so far. But you never know. Sometimes it comes on the last play of the game, right, Gage? Little flare out to right field and a base hit for Pelletier. Second hit of the game for Jack Pelletier. It's going to bring up Lockhart. He lined into a double play in the first, walked, stole a base, and scored a run in the 4th. Good lead for Pelletier. It goes in the dirt. It gets away, but nice stop by Medor. He's able to keep that one in front and keep that runner on out of scoring position. 1 out here in the 6th. 2-1 Bulldogs. Strike outside corner, 1-1. Runner goes. Fouled at the plate by Lockhart. Little hit and run going there for Coach Pelletier. He likes to get people moving, whether it's hit and run, stolen base. One out. 1-2 the count. Dawson Moore waits on deck. Curveball, liner, and oh, what a catch by Harborough. Ooh, diving play. It wasn't hit really hard, but it just kind of hung up there long enough so Ryan Harborough could come over and make the play. Here's the Dirigo Vetcare instant replay. I think we have a new leader in the clubhouse on the play of the game. That's the second time that Harborough has robbed Lockhart. Pelletier did a nice job getting back to first on that play. 2 down now. And Dawson Moore, the hitter. Moore is 0 for 2. He's popped up to the pitcher, and popped up to the second baseman. Runner goes. Little grounded to short, right where the shortstop wasn't. Harborough, long run, makes the throw. He got him. Another nice play by Harborough to save, to get out of the inning, and a good pick by Gove at first base as well. We go to the top of the 7th. Bulldogs lead it 2-1.
Chase Toys Inc., where sales and service are full throttle. Chase Toys Inc. is your one-stop shop for Toro zero-turn mowers. Large inventory of Toro zero-turn mowers are now in stock. Visit them at chasetoysinc.com. Like them on Facebook. Stop into their Thorndike Road location in Unity or call 948-5729.
Welcome back to Kai's Field. Rick Dougal, Gage Johnson in the Chase Toys Inc. Broadcast Center. Bulldogs lead it 2-1, trying to put this one away and advance to the quarterfinal round against Coney later this week. Gardiner will have Jack Collins, Teddy Block, and the top of the order, Ryan Harborough, to face Dawson Moore. Little number back through the middle. Shortstop Owen Nolan up with it and throws him out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here's Block. He is grounded to second and was hit by a pitch back in the 5th. Dawson Moore with 8 strikeouts through 6 1/3 innings. Gone over the 100 career strikeout mark in his Lawrence High School baseball career. 1-1 the count. Ball outside. Bulldogs got a run in the 3rd, a run in the 4th. Gardiner answered with a run in the 5th. Williams has 100 strikeouts this season. Wow. Yeah, she's legit. Ground ball back through the middle again. Ames lets that one eat him up. Another error. Second error of the game for Nolan Owens, I should say. I call him Ames, but Owens. The tying run is on here with one out. And Harborough, who reached on an error and was caught stealing in the first, flew out to the center fielder in the third and reached on a fielder's choice in the fifth. That one gets away from Dawson Moore. 1-0 the count. Moore has had tremendous success in the game when he's worked ahead of the hitters. Ball up high. Two and one the count. There's a strike down and in. Tough pitch. There's no way Harborough could do anything with that. Good hitters count here. 2-1. Down low. 3-1. Don't want to put that tying run at second. Line drive into left field. That's going to get down for a hit. Bolster comes over and scoops it up. The Tigers are in business here with one out in the seventh, trying to tie this game up. Here's Greenleaf. He already has an RBI single in the game. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Struck out looking back in the third. And looks like the Lawrence pitching coach is going to come out and talk to Dawson Moore. Stay with us. At the conclusion of the game, we'll give you our post-game awards. First of all, player of the game, which is brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company with 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire and online at hammondlumber.com. And then our precision play of the game, which is brought to you by Chase Toys, where they only have precision brands like Polaris ATVs, Skidoo snowmobiles, Lynx snowmobiles, Climb apparel, plus Toro and Husqvarna lawn and garden equipment. See what's available on the Thorndike Road in Unity or online at chasetoysinc.com. Tough customer here for Dawson Moore with the tying run on at second. Outfield play comes in a little bit. Surprising. You don't want to let that run at first score on a gap shot. Ball gets away. McLean throws down and doesn't get him. That's a passed ball on McLean. Harborough goes down to second, and Block moves up to third with one out. Line drive, base hit up the middle. Giro charges it. They're going to hold the runner. The throw comes through and the run, and Grayson Greenleaf goes down to second on the throw. It should have been cut off. But we are tied at 2. Another RBI single for Grayson Greenleaf. Still only one out here. And Gove, who is 0 for 3 on the day with 2 strikeouts. Fouled at the plate. Strike one. Curveball, nubbed the other way. That's drops. That's trouble. It does. Gardiner takes the lead on a flare single to right by Joe Goris. Moving up to third was Greenleaf. And that's going to bring Isaac Medor up. Don't forget the error was what opened up the floodgates here, if you will. Medor is 0 for 2 on the day. He has grounded to the pitcher, popped up to the second baseman, and walked back in the sixth. Well, I wonder if Coach Charlie Lawrence, get something going here with the runner on it. Goris at first. Maybe see if they can get a throw through or make something happen. He takes off. Line drive to right field, and they're going to double up. No, they throw it away. Oh, nice job by McLean. As Hayden Lockhart he could have ran it in and got Goris out, as Goris was running on the play, but he overthrows Jack Pelletier, and everybody's safe, but 2 down. That's going to bring up Gove. He is 2 for 2 on the day, 2 singles and a walk. Moore has yet to get this guy out. Popped up. And Moore is going to make the play. But Gardiner gets 2 runs to take the lead 3-2, trying to pull the upset here against the Bulldogs. 3 hits and a big error cost the Bulldogs in that inning. The Bulldogs try to keep their season going. They'll have 5, 6, 7, Almeida, Owens, and McLean to face the Gardiner right-hander Grayson Greenleaf, who's really had a nice game. You know, he's given up a hit. He's had base runners. He's pitched around base runners in every inning, but he's only given up 2 runs, and they're both unearned. So a really nice game for Grayson Greenleaf. And he's knocked in 2 runs. So Gardiner end up getting the win here. I think we know who our player of the game is going to be. The winner of this game gets to go to Augusta and take on the Coney Rams, team with only 2 losses on the season, and a team that has handled both of these teams fairly easily. One game against Gardiner, they beat them 18-0. I think that was a closer game the last game of the season, but it was still a blowout. And Cody beat Lawrence 13-5 early in the season, and then 7-1 back here at Kai's Field. So can the Bulldogs pull it off here? Can they come back and at least tie the game? They need base runners, obviously. Almeida will be the first hitter. He struck out looking and singled back in the 4th inning. It's 1 for 2 on the day. Oh boy, it is sticky out here. Said that it was a nice little breeze coming in earlier in the game, but that has gone away. This would be a big win for the Gardiner program. Talking to Coach Charlie Lawrence at the beginning of the season, he said it was going to be a rebuilding year. Ball outside. Plus Lawrence has been used to making the playoffs. I think they've made the playoffs the last 5 or 6 years in a row. There's a little liner out to center field. The center fielder drifts back and makes the play. Almeida gave it a ride. But Keown able to make the play. Here's Owens. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Well, he'd love to atone for that big error in the top of the 7th. Foul and out of play. Popped up. Harborough comes in, makes the play. Bulldogs down to their last out. And it's going to be Keenan McLean. He walked and scored in the third and flew out to the right fielder in the fifth. Bulldogs need base runners. Ball up high. Popped up to the right fielder, and he makes the play to end the ball game. Gardiner with a thrilling come from behind victory with 2 runs in the 7th to win it 3-2. We'll take a break, come back with the Hammond Lumber postgame show after this.
Any commercial use, rebroadcast, retransmission, or distribution of the following presentation without the express written consent of Epic View Studios is strictly prohibited.
Purpose-built, adventure-ready, freedom to go further. At Polaris, we have a history of making history. 40 years, and still redefining what's possible. This is the Sportsman 570 40th Anniversary Edition. Sportsman, legendary tough.
Chase Toys on the Thorndike Road in Unity, and call Josh or Brian today at 948-5729.
Welcome back to a subdued Kais Field. Bulldogs led the entire game until the top of the 7th when Gardiner put together a rally to score 2 runs and win this game. The first, it was an easy ground out by Collins to start the 7th to the shortstop, and there was another can of corn to Nolan Owens at shortstop, and he bobbled it. And it was an error. That started the floodgates. The next 3 guys got base hits, 2 runs scored, and Gardiner gets a 1-2-3 7th inning to win it. They go to 7-10 on the season. They will take on Coney later this week. Let's get our post-game awards done first. Our precision play of the game brought to you by Chase Toys, where they only have precision brands like Polaris ATVs, Skidoo Snowmobiles, Lynx Snowmobiles, Climb Apparel, plus Toro and Husqvarna Lawn and Garden Equipment. See what's available in the Thorndike Road in Unity or online at chasetoysinc.com. We're going to give that to the shortstop, Ryan Harborough, who made a diving catch on Hayden Lockhart. He robbed Hayden Lockhart twice in this game, but the one in the 6th inning was a diving catch up the middle. And who knows what would have happened after that, because the Bulldogs had a runner on at first at the time. That could have got him a couple of insurance runs and maybe win the game. So our play of the game is Ryan Harborough. And our player of the game brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company with 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire and online at hammondlumber.com. We're going to give that to Grayson Greenleaf, the pitcher. 3 for 4, 2 RBIs in the game, including knocking in the the lead run, I should say, to give Gardiner the lead in the 7th inning. And he threw a complete game, gave up 6 hits, 4 walks, 4 Ks, no walks, and both runs unearned. So he had no earned runs in that complete game victory. So our player of the game is Grayson Greenleaf of the Gardiner Tigers. Another season in the books for us here. Thank you to all of our great sponsors, which include Chase Toys, Dirigo Vet Care, Hammond Lumber Company, ES Bulos, Reddington Fairview Hospital, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Northeast Analytical, and Two Rivers Campground on the Canaan Road in Winslow. And I want to thank Gage for another great season behind the old camera and making me look good. I mean, that's hard to do. So appreciate all that Gage does, and I also appreciate the CEO, the president and CEO, Brian Bork, for giving us this opportunity to bring you these games. Again, your final score: Gardiner wins it 3-2, moves on to the quarterfinal round of the Class B North playoffs. For Gage Johnson, I'm Rick Dougal. Have a great day, everybody.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Today's game is sponsored by NEL Analytical, located at 227 China Road in Winslow, Maine's largest laboratory services provider. NEL Analytical offers complete laboratory services including water, environmental testing, and analysis in chemistry and microbiology, as well as custom and standard media manufacturing services. Call NEL Analytical today for all of your testing needs at 873-7711.
A fourth-generation family-owned business, Hammond Lumber Company is proud of two recent continuing traditions. For the fifth year in a row, Hammond was named one of the best places to work in Maine. And for the third consecutive year, Hammond was selected as one of the best companies to work for by Business New Hampshire magazine. Find your opportunity to join the Hammond team at hammondlumber.com. Hammond Lumber Company, always striving to provide the best for their employees and their customers throughout Maine and New Hampshire.
Redington Fairview General Hospital is an independent, critical access community hospital located in Skowhegan, Maine. Redington Fairview provides quality, comprehensive healthcare services including adult, geriatric, pediatric primary care, women's health, specialty care, surgical services, and rehabilitation services. We also provide diabetes education, community health education, wellness programs, and support groups. The hospital is located at 46 Fairview Avenue in Skowhegan, Maine. To learn more, call 207-474-5121 or visit online at rfgh.net. Looking for a career in the electrical trade? E.S. Boulos Company has a comprehensive package just waiting for you. 1-866-865-5758 for more information or scan the QR code below. Central Maine Motors Auto Group. Discover the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle with their extensive inventory and expert guidance. Call their dedicated and professional sales team at 207-358-4606 or visit cmautogroup.com. Chase Toys Inc., where sales and service are full throttle. Chase Toys Inc. is your one-stop shop for Toro zero-turn mowers. Large inventory of Toro zero-turn mowers are now in stock. Visit them at chasetoysinc.com. Like them on Facebook. Stop into their Thorndike Road location in Unity or call 948-5729.
Any commercial use, rebroadcast, retransmission, or distribution of the following presentation without the express written consent of Epic View Studios is strictly prohibited.
Purpose-built, adventure-ready, freedom to go further. At Polaris, we have a history of making history. 40 years, and still redefining what's possible. This is the Sportsman 570 40th Anniversary Edition. Sportsman, legendary tough.
Chase Toys on the Thorndike Road in Unity, and call Josh or Brian today at 948-5729.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Today's game is sponsored by NEL Analytical, located at 227 China Road in Winslow, Maine's largest laboratory services provider. NEL Analytical offers complete laboratory services including water, environmental testing, and analysis in chemistry and microbiology, as well as custom and standard media manufacturing services. Call NEL Analytical today for all of your testing needs at 873-7711.
A fourth-generation family-owned business, Hammond Lumber Company is proud of two recent continuing traditions. For the fifth year in a row, Hammond was named one of the best places to work in Maine. And for the third consecutive year, Hammond was selected as one of the best companies to work for by Business New Hampshire magazine. Find your opportunity to join the Hammond team at hammondlumber.com. Hammond Lumber Company, always striving to provide the best for their employees and their customers throughout Maine and New Hampshire.